What's this place? This is the library. The library car. All this stuff's getting heavy. I'll dump what I don't need. Everyone's favorite journalist reporter, Amy Rose, is hot on the scoop. I'm heading out. You've been fabulously helpful. Already? Before you go, Espio and I want to give you your presents. My presents? You're both too sweet. Thank you. Vector, it seems we have more guests. Amy, there you are. Oh, the detective pair needs help from the birthday girl? She knows everyone's allowed to be sassy on their birthday. This tip is just too juicy to ignore. I'll see you all around. Don't worry, Sonic. I'll be the one to avenge you, and quick. But how are you gonna leave? The door to the next car is locked. She has that birthday key. Oh, you got the birthday girl? You have that key. The birthday girl has a master key. It's called the birthday key, but yeah, I'll agree with you. Right. The birthday girl gets the birthday key. Of course, it's the birthday privilege. I'll solve this case before anyone else. Bye! Amy may be hasty, but she's thorough. Now what are you two doing? Looking mighty suspicious, I say. I'm the detective, so I can't be the murderer. And I'm, things aren't going great. Not sure if you've forgotten, but there was a murder. Well, I mean, besides murder? My social skills, non-existent. I'm Vector, the butcher. I'm licensed to handle raw meats. And I'm Espio, the poet. Poetry. A resonant message from poet to reader meant to challenge our delicate perspectives with the most rhythmic of prose. Prose. Can I hear some? Sure, Teardrops in the spring, can you hear me sing? La la la, la dee 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 dee. I wonder what these four are. Was that it? I have more if you like. Cherry blossoms in the spring. I'm satisfied for now, thanks. At least he's rhyming, I suppose. Dooby and I are here to establish both of your alibis. Can you walk us through what happened after Amy had everyone leave the dining car? Oh sure, it's simple. We just explained this to Amy actually. When we were all sent off, Rouge, Blaze, Shadow, and Sonic all passed through this library car. Sonic's literally oofed over there. Where Amy told me and Espio to stay. I promptly picked a book off the shelf and made myself comfortable. Vector got bored, so he left to see what Knuckles was up to in the saloon car. Yep. Where is Rouge? We happened to see a lipstick stain on a cup at the saloon car. Rouge came over to the library car seemingly looking for something. Then she went to search the saloon car. She came back shortly after. We heard her shout, "No way!" at the Brocker stand over there. But she left back to the casino car before Shadow came through and locked the door. Wonder what she found. She's obviously been on the hunt for something. After Rouge left, Shadow walked to the casino car. This is the casino. Then entered the library car and locked the door behind him. More importantly, why has Shadow been locking doors? Shadow walked through the library car to the saloon car, where Knuckles and I were playing games. He insisted on showing us up at Super Monkey Ball. I got so engrossed by rolling monkey action I hardly noticed when Shadow left the saloon car. I guess he walked through the library car to the casino car, again locking the door behind him. Then returned to the lounge where he was meant to be stationed. When Vector came back, we realized Knuckles locked the door to the saloon car. We were stuck in the library car. Oh, you two were locked. Oh yeah, he gave Knuckles that key. That's when the train sped up. We were worried about the bookshelves falling on us, but we got through it alright. We sat trapped here until Amy arrived asking questions. She's the one that told us someone murdered Sonic. And yeah, that's all that happened. With all these locked doors, it seems Vector or Espio couldn't have left the library car or the saloon car. That is like during that sped up train part. Thank you both for your cooperation. We're going to peek around and we'll return with any questions. If you return with any meat, I'll chop it up for you. And if you'd like to be serenaded with a poem, I got you covered too. Thanks, guys. Their alibi seems solid enough, but we should still search for clues. What we're looking for is any evidence that proves what they're saying is true. We need to confirm Vector's reason for leaving this post and determine if Espio was actually in the library car reading. A tall task, but we can do it. Let's get to the bottom of this, Tails. Absolutely. So, let's get on with it. I think we'll ask the characters last. Let's just look at the details here. Let's first check the trash can. Something's always hidden in the trash. Let's check there. I hate to say it, but there's nothing here. I really thought there'd be something there. Dooby, are you sad there was nothing in the trash bin? No, I'm alright. I'm sure there'll be something hidden in the next trash bin we find. You really think so? Yeah, we just gotta stay optimistic. Yeah, we have to. Yeah, okay. These trash bins hide a secret, I'm sure of it. Yeah, I'm sure. Dude, Dooby, you're pretty unconventional, but I like that. Was that supposed to be a compliment? Okay, so nothing in the trash can again. What's this? Oh, poor thing. That arm is really struggling to clean up this car. To be fair, I wouldn't want to clean up all this mess either. Let's just leave it alone to do its thing. Yeah, probably for the best. Okay. What's that? Shadow supposedly walked through the library car before going into the saloon car. Yeah, he did. Oh. He left the library car. He locked this door on his way out. Then why is it open like that? There's gotta be a reason he's doing this. Should we make a note of it? Yeah, I do believe you should. Yeah, he kept locking doors. Shadow's lock is added to your inventory. Okay. Now let's check these books on the floor. Is everything? Yep. So many books on the ground. I wish we had time to pick them all up. I sadly have no interest in picking up these books. A lot of these were knocked out by this train speeding up. But Rouge pulled a lot of these out too, searching for something. What reckless behavior. I feel sorry for the poor books. If I was a book, I would feel completely hopeless. The spines are creasing. They're opening too far. This kid feels empathy for everything. No, well, okay. Ooh, brochures. There are travel destination ideas here, like amusement parks, cafes, hotels, restaurants. Oh! Dooby, look at this. There's a couple maps here. This seems to be a map of the library car. The books are categorized by genre, which are listed here. I love a good book overhead map. Let's take it. Library map is added to your inventory. An overhead map of the library layouts, shelves and tables included. Okay, should we take this broker about a cave too? Look, there's stalactites. Nah, leave it. Oh, aha, yeah, that's fair. Nobody shares my fondness for caves. Oh, you would think it's a cave. Well, we think it's a cave. What's this? A chow hangs precariously from a tree branch. The large text below reads, "Hang in there." Wow, I really needed to see this. Question mark. This little Shao hanging there, refusing to use his wings to fly to safety, because choosing the hard way is often the most rewarding. As you all say in I believe it's in Hindi, मेहनत का फल मीठा होता है. That's what they say in Hindi, what means that doing hard work makes your whatever food taste better. That's beautiful. If this Shao can stick to its principles and find strength, then I can too. There's no way there was much thought put into this poster. Right? Okay, so this part is done. There's a table here. Let's just take a pause and sit for a second. These chairs are very comfy, so plush, puts me right in the mood to read. Makes me want to take a nap personally. In fact, maybe I'll rest my eyes a bit. Dooby, no, don't fall asleep. There's been a murder, remember? If I had a ring for every time a murder ruins my nap time. This, a globe of our marvelous planet, Earth. I haven't traveled around much. The islands are fun and all, but I'd love to visit some of the countries. Me too, I have not traveled much. They're a lot of fun, honestly. Plenty of wonderful people and shops. The food can't be beat either. Sounds perfect for vacation. The conductor was talking about Spagonia, if you've ever been there. I have actually. If you are ever visiting, be sure to stop at the university and say hi to Professor Pickle. Professor Pickle. Nice. He'll tell you everything about the area and makes one scrumptious sandwich. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks. This group knows everyone and has been everywhere, haven't they? What else, yeah? Okay, so this part is done. Wow, I wish I could stop and look at all these books. But Sonic needs me. No time to rest. Alright, let's move on then. Well, I mean, a little peek wouldn't hurt. He's scavenging through all the book's titles excitedly. He's like a kid in a candy shop, or in this case, a genius in a train library. That's odd. Oh, did we finally find a clue? I know some books have fallen out on the floor and everything, but every book on these shelves is in an alphabetic order. But this one is the user guide to Mirage Express, the train we're currently on. Do you think someone found it on the ground and put it back? Maybe, but it is interesting. Let's make a note of this. So we finally found the clue. Mirage Express medals added to your inventory. I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Vector and Espio to find out what really happened. Okay, let's go to Vector. Did you bring me any meat, Chop? I may be a butcher, but they confiscated my meat cleaver before getting on the train. You actually tried to bring a knife on the train? I'm a man of authenticity, Tails, but not a knife. I'm just a chef with a ketchup-stained apron, not a butcher. I think if you had a knife on you, we'd definitely think you were the murderer. But what if I hid the knife? You know, I'm not the biggest fan of this line of thought. Can I take your order? Oh yes, please, I'm starved. Actually, I'm off duty at the moment. The murder mystery is more important. Then why would you show the menu to me? Come on, Dooby, why would you tease him like that? I knew I thought I could trust you. You made a fool of me. Look, Dooby, you've made him a fool. Come on, Dooby, smooth this over. No, I'm the fool. Yeah, I smoothed things over, but at what cost? Okay, I think that was completely unnecessary. So the two of you don't believe us, eh? It's not I don't trust either of you, but I wouldn't be a proper detective that examining the validity of your alibis. Jim and I are here to confirm two things. Why Vector left to go play games with Knuckles, and if Espio really was reading in the library car. Vector, we'll start with you. Why did you leave the library car to visit Knuckles? Be prepared to present evidence if need. Oh, that's easy. I got bored. What? I wasn't entertaining him enough. It seems Vector enjoys being social. Plus, we were instructed to mingle. I remember the arcade machine in the saloon car, so I figured I'd go check it out. This seems to line up with the information we gathered with Knuckles. Then that brings our attention to you, Espio. Rouge entered the library car and found something, then left. You said you immediately started reading, but you were actually reading the entire time you were in the library car? Of course he was. Once Espio starts reading, he doesn't stop till it's done. I've seen it happen. It must have been a good read. What was the book? Espio doesn't owe you that, detective. Let the man live. What if it was embarrassing? What kind of things do you think I read? If you want to talk, I have a hunch on what that book might be. Dooby, could you help me out? Alright, Dooby, what book do you think Espio may have been reading? No, it must be this one. A manual? You think Espio was reading instructions? What argument could you possibly have to support this? Oh great, I have to do this again. 40 rings this time. Oof. Oof. That was a close one. We got the idea, we're gonna argument. There are books scattered around the floor, sure, but the remaining books on the shelves were all in alphabetical order. All except this manual, meaning someone at the very least picked that manual up and put it back in the incorrect place. Ah, I can see that sweat. This lack of attention to detail isn't normally like you, Espio. Hey now, I won't have you insulting my pal like this. Calm down, mate. I know you mean well, but I can handle myself. Gonna punch us? Apologies, Espio. A butcher and a poet, friendship can form anywhere. That is indeed the book I was reading, the Mirage Express Manual. Trains are cool. In that case, we'd like to ask you a few questions about the manual. Dooby, if you don't mind, could you ask Espio some questions about the manual? Just flip the page and ask away. Oh, I see. Quiz Espio about the manual to prove he read it. Which page should I quiz him on? Page 14, 63, 62, or 97. What efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms during events they can perform a variety of tasks and they are responsible for cleaning up trash and messes afterwards. Yeah, you did read the book. I remember the conductor saying the train can clean itself. Though I have a feeling the train company just wouldn't want to hire any janitors. The robotic arms can also detect weapons or explosives being brought onto the train, ensuring passenger safety. Seems like Espio aced that question. Dooby, hit him with another one. Oh, okay. Which page do I choose? Page 15? What's the Mirage Express's cancellation policy? No refunds and you'll be charged a no-show fee. This does not apply if you're over the age of 65. Gee, the person who made this rule must have been over 65. Last one, Dooby. Let's see if we can go 3 for 3. Gotcha. Which page should I pick last? 16, 402, 56. 402. What was implemented to support the conductor duties and ease general train obligations? An intelligent data processing system. It works in tandem with the conductor as for smooth travel for guests. I remember this. The train has an autopilot, but it can't access its full suite of capabilities without the conductor present. Now did I pass a little test? I do not know what so he remembered two things. One thing he didn't remember that do I say yes or no? Yes or no? I'm not sure yet. It doesn't seem to mention how to drive the train, which would have been neat. The policy, it's just a manual of some policy. Yeah, you did. So quickly. A poet's brain is often surprising. I don't know if I'd be bragging about that. You clearly read the manual, those answers feel far too specific to be guesses. And you both had the nerve to question my body like that. Don't we want to be supporting folks who read? You have to admit that reading the entire time a murder occurred does sound a bit suspicious, even if true. But he answered all my questions so calmly, that's very impressive. No, I understand everyone's cautious attitudes. Vector was the only one to see me reading after all. My alibi is hard to substantiate despite being the truth. Oh. Well, you definitely read through the manual, so I suppose we can... Espio, is that true? Vector was the only one to see you reading? Yes, that's correct. Problem? Frankly, I don't believe that can be true, but we have evidence to back it up. Dooby? I know where you're going with this. Yours put me on the spot. Okay, do we think we should have a piece of evidence linked to someone who also saw Espio reading? For what? This! Shadow's lock? Please, pray tell, what does this have to do with anything? We're up, Dooby. Let's get our argument together. So gonna play the game again? Think! Come on, let's think. 50 rings this time. Oh my goodness. Oh, I should have gone the other way. Oof. Okay, you do not know how long I had to stay on that red path. Just to get all the rings. Shadow walked through the library car to get to the saloon car where he set original high score on the arcade machine. Yeah, but I ended up beating it. It wasn't the high score long. Crocs are natural gamers. Oh, crocodiles, okay. Espio said he saw Shadow enter the library car, but he's mentioned nothing about Shadow's return. He only mentioned that Vector came back. When Shadow left Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car, Espio was fully seated reading his book for a good while at this point. We know Shadow had to walk back to the library car when he left the saloon car. He could fly, I believe, but you got a point. So there's absolutely no way Shadow and Espio didn't notice one another on Shadow's return trip. I mean, it was a simple slip-up. I was just fully immersed in my book that I didn't notice Shadow. You're telling me the sound of doors opening and locking wouldn't have caused you to look up? Well, you see, I can sense Espio's desperation here. Defending the argument that he was reading the entire time isn't easy. So if you didn't see Shadow returning from the saloon car to lock all the doors, then at that moment, were you really in the library car at all? But how would Espio leave? Shadow locked all the doors and no one saw Espio in the saloon car. It's a mystery, my dear Dooby, one that I would love for Espio to solve. You gotta believe me. That cool DoobyMath is vanishing. I was so involved in my book I didn't notice Shadow passed back from the library car. Honest. When Vector returned, he even had to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention. Yeah, I think I remember doing that. I must avenge my friend's death, so I'll ask you again, Espio. If you weren't there for Shadow to see you reading, then how did you leave the library car? I wasn't. I didn't. Why doesn't this seem right to me? Tails definitely feels like he's onto something, but I don't see it. Was Espio simply sitting reading, or did he somehow vanish and not notice Shadow's return to the library car? What should I do? Defend Espio, join Tails. We'll join Tails. No, I can't interrupt Tails while he's onto something. I'll let him continue with this line of questioning and... Employee, please. Protect the passengers aboard this train, they must be taken care of. If you fail, the lawsuit will be torturous. Don't allow such an old feeble soul to get sued. Oh my goodness. I remember saying this, but okay. I have to make sure our guests are taken care of. I have to speak up. Tails. We have a piece of evidence that can answer all our problems. Alright, my fellow associate, lay it on me. What piece of evidence shows Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another? This? I should have gone that way. This is getting difficult. Oof. Oh, that was a close one. Oh, the library map. Oh, I see. See the exits? They're across from one another. A straight path. Oh, there is a straight path over here. If Shadow walked down the straight path, there's a way Espio and Shadow couldn't have seen one another. Looks like you'll have to point out exactly on the map you mean. Where could Espio have been for Shadow to not see him? Must have been here, must have been here. Oh, you're kidding. You're kidding. Here? The library car, where would Espio have been seated? Ah! Alright, which one do I press? This. Over here? I can't press these two things. Oh my goodness, I don't know what to choose. A straight path. Where will you not see him? I thought it would be here. Oh, that's also a bookcase. Oh, okay. That's where I was sitting while reading my book. I can second this. When I returned from Salunka, Espio was in the same spot. That confirms it. Then, you see, Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another from this spot. Because the bookcase is in the way. Oh. There's no way Shadow could have seen Espio or vice versa. Makes a lot of sense. Why you never mentioned Shadow's return, Espio? There's just no way you would have seen him. I apologize for losing my cool back there. I feel I was grasping despite telling the truth. But I'm glad you all believe me now. Your alibi isn't the most airtight, but I have no further points. Thank you for both answering all our questions. We did it! Another pair of alibis validated. Too many locked doors to worry about, but I'm glad everything straightened itself out in the end. Well, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna crash here for a bit. These chairs are so comfy. Likewise, I could use a breather. Sadly, our work here isn't done. I have plenty of questions for Rouge, and especially Shadow. Oh, it seems the door to the next car is open. Amy must have kept it open when she passed through earlier. Then that's our cue to leave. See you later, Vector and Espio. Give them heck, and if you need any meat chopped, say the word. I'll keep my poetry sharp for you both. A murderer's on the loose while those kept getting locked. Tick tick go, talk goes the clock, while our heroes are in the caboose. At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident in our detective abilities. We're really doing this. Come on, Dooby, let's see what's next. Coming! You sure you don't want to stay and look at all the great books a little longer? Yeah, there's one more look around. What's this bright red book? Oh, this speaks of the evil scientist Dr. Eggman. Yep, this is Dr. Eggman's autobiography and receipt book. What kind of receipts? Who cares? I wouldn't trust any book he's written. It's weird this is even here. Maybe people just appreciate an omelette. You may not be wrong. This is the same conversation. Okay, nothing else. Let's go. There's nothing to click, so... Okay, the investigation continues.